Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My name is Lindsay.
My name's David.
Awesome. So, I had the pleasure of sitting down and talking with John Smith recently. He had mentioned that you guys had done a training for him.
Right.
Perfect. Well, he had said he loved it. He did mention, however, that he would have loved to have food there as well. So I was kind of hoping to talk a little bit about that today.
Right.
Before we get started, I just want to make sure you still have 20 minutes. Is that right?
Unfortunately, I only have 10 minutes to talk today.
Okay, no problem. And so just so we can stay on track, I want to make sure that we have an agenda set. I want to talk a little bit about what it is you're currently doing with your event planning, how it's working for you, if I can be of help in any way. And then from there, we can decide if maybe the next step is setting another meeting. Is there anything you want to add to that, or does that sound good?
That all sounds good to me.
Perfect. Awesome. So I like to take notes during my meetings just to make sure I can reference back and make sure I don't forget anything. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. And it's okay that I ask some detailed questions. It's okay if you don't want to answer them. However, it just helps me to learn a little bit more.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So just to kind of know what this process is going to be like for you, are you going to be the one making the decision, or do you have somebody else helping you?
No, I'm going to be the only decision maker.
Okay. And when are you guys wanting to look at making that decision?
Well, the busy season for taking on new clients is over the summer, so I usually start planning around February. So I would need to know if this is something we are interested in doing by then.
Okay. And how are you making your decision?
Well, you are the only ones who have approached us about doing this meeting. So we will hear you out and decide if it's something we like or not. And then I'll probably decide if this is worth it to me.
Okay. And do you guys have any requirements that you have for us?
We do not want you to interfere with the training as planned, and you must set up and take down after the event has ended. Also, you will be responsible for your own travel expenses for the trainings.
Okay. And then, do you guys have an established budget yet?
We're trying to stay within $2,000 for the training location, and food around $50 if we offer any. I would also like to remain somewhere around that, maybe up to $3,000.
Okay. So, just to learn a little bit about what you're doing right now, what's your current method for planning? How do you do your event planning?
Well, I do all the work myself. I set up before and after the events. I also research and book the venues that will work for our trainings. It's pretty much just me doing it all from start to finish.
Okay. How much time does it take you to do all that?
I usually spend between 3 and 5 hours researching, calling and booking the location per each event, and then I use about 2 hours before the event to set up and 1 hour after the event to take down and clean up.
Okay. And then how many events do you guys usually do?
2 on average for the summer.
Okay. So do you guys have any problems that you are having with your event planning?
I have an issue with having enough time to prepare the day of.
Okay.
I just have to make sure I'm there at least 3 hours early so I can set up so that I have time to prepare and review the agenda for the day.
Absolutely. And are you guys having any other issues?
It's a hassle trying to find new venues every time, and I hate having to show up so early when I could be getting other work done. Plus, I do not enjoy putting together the food trays, so I just buy the cheap ones.
Okay. So you had mentioned that you're having a problem with not being prepared and not having enough time to be prepared. How do you think that's affecting you?
I definitely spend too much time thinking about setting up, and if I did not have to do that, I would be much more prepared and could even add more helpful information in the trainings.
Okay. And what impact do you think not being able to put more time into your business and having to do the planning side, finding venues and doing all that, how do you think that's affecting your business?
It just eats up a lot of my time, and I don't get to put in as much time to finding new clients as I would like to.
Okay. So, from what we've discussed so far, it sounds like you're putting in about 8 hours per event into planning, and that's about 2 days a month that you're using each time you have 2 events each month. How do you think that getting that back would affect you?
Well, 2 whole days of work is what I would be getting back, and I could use that to start prospecting for a new client and consider taking on another training each month. Or I can even use that time to be at home with my family.
Yeah. And how much do you usually make off of one training?
It varies a lot, but on the low end, it's usually around $50,000.
Okay. So if you could do just 2 more clients in the summer, that's another $100,000 a year that you guys would be making in profit. How do you think that $100,000 would affect your business?
That would be huge for a company. I could worry less about the money during our off season,
Yeah.
and I could even hire another person to help me with the business so I can have more time off with my kids.
Absolutely. So what I'm hearing right now is you don't really enjoy the event planning. It's preventing you from being able to grow your business and gain more revenue. And then also you guys could potentially provide better service if you could get that time back. Is there anything I'm missing?
I do not think so.
Okay, perfect. So if I told you that I think I could provide you with all the benefits you're asking for within your budget, would you consider still going ahead and working with me further?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and set up another meeting. Let's do maybe next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, I can do that at 3 p.m.
Perfect. I will see you next week at 3 p.m.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.